Have you heard about this though? Because I was told that some guys. First of all, have you heard of stealthing?
Stealthing?
Stealthing is like when you hook up with somebody and they start out with a condom, and somewhere during sex they take the condom off without you knowing.
Wow.
But what they were doing now is putting coke on their thing without you knowing, and then getting it in your body.
What?
Check that out. Google that.
That's something new. I'm
Yeah,
gonna talk about that. No, I
that's
never heard of that.
crazy shit. Especially for somebody like me, I don't
So,
do drugs
so,
or somebody
so,
else.
what my question would be is why?
Why? Because they turning you up and you don't even know you're getting turned up.
But wouldn't they get no?
I don't know. I'm imagining so, right? Because isn't that what it do? Like when you put it on your gums, numbs the gums. I don't know, but I guess down there it does something a little bit different. But it turns the other person out because they don't even know that it's
So
happening.
they
It's just
are
like a
what I
rush.
said. You are like
Yeah,
ready
and you
to
know
go.
down there it gets into the system a lot faster. Yeah,
Fact.
so it's gonna hit.
Wow. So I'm just gonna get you in and out.
If you thought you was twerking on something before that line, you gonna go energize a bunny on it after.
Wow. Stealth, and okay, I'm gonna have to look that
Yeah,
one
look
up.
that one up. Share that with your people.
Is that in the gay community or is
That's
it all
everybody.
really?
It's everybody. You know, the guys was poking holes in the condoms at one point too, so they would break, or they would break and not say nothing.
So what? Okay, this is fucking around turn to a interview question. The interviewer interviewing the interview.
This is sex 101.
Now, what happened to you? What would you do?
What happened to me?
What would you do if that happened to you?
If
you put that on him and then broke the condom.
I think if that happened to me, I would be explaining my side of the story on Snapped or the first 48, whichever one picked up the story first. Yeah.
Right.
What would you do?
I'd be like tag team. I'm gonna fuck him up. 48, here it goes.
Yeah. That's how it works. All right, so I want you to take that and share that with your people.
Yes.
Because some of the ladies don't know about that. But while we're on the topic of this, because you know I deal with like sexual health and mental health and all of these kind of things. Do you know about PrEP?
Speaking of PrEP, yeah, someone just told me about it.
Do you know about Doxy Pep?
No.
Girl, Doxy Pep is the new thing.
What's that?
You got chlamydia and syphilis, gonorrhea out here. So Doxy Pep you take in the 72-hour window after having unprotected sex. Excuse me, condomless sex. It's called condomless sex because you can be protected and still go raw. But condomless sex, 72 hours is your
How
window.
can you be protected and go wrong?
Because you have PrEP.
Oh, fuck. Right.
So that is like classified as an effective tool for like pre-exposure to protect you from, catching HIV.
Wow. So everybody fucking.
Everybody fucking. And unfortunately in this area, everybody fucking everybody in this area.
So, So just get you a couple of little nice little PrEP pills
and some
Doxy and cock Pep. Your ass and some what?
And some Doxy Pep.
Doxy Pep. And PrEP. Together.
PrEP and Doxy Pep.
You can take them together?
Yeah. Your coochie would be like Superman.
That's a little scary though.
It is.
And because nothing is foolproof or foolproof.
Nothing.
So that might not work that time.
But no, the PrEP does work. The PrEP works. And it's up to like
I might be that motherfucker 1%. It be like, wow, nigga, I took my PrEP.
But that's the real thing. Like black women are popping up with HIV at like alarming rates. And it's because they're dealing with people who have HIV and HIV is like the gay disease. Yeah. And so a lot of heterosexual cisgender women don't feel as if HIV could affect them.
Shit.
But then you messing around with and I hate to say this, but potentially a guy who's bisexual who might dealt with a guy or another female who had HIV.
Right.
And now he over here with you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So try PrEP. There's oral options, and then I take the injection, so I get it in a little butt cheek every 2 months.
What's that? The Doxy?
That's the PrEP.
Oh, you take a PrEP is a shot?
It's a pill or it's a shot, but I do the shot. I do it every 2 months. Butt cheek, feel like somebody kicked me in it.
Oh.
But I ain't got to worry about taking no pill every day.
Okay. Makes sense.
We learning a lot over here. I want you to take this to your community.
Yes, period.
U equals U.
Yes.
Undetectable equals untransmittable. So even if you're dealing with somebody who has HIV, as long as they're undetectable, they cannot transmit it to you.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. See, it's come a long way.
Yeah.
Because I can only imagine, like, when you was out, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing back in the day,
Yeah.
HIV wasn't studied like that. So from what I
No,
hear, it was
not at
like
all.
afraid. Everybody
Yeah,
was afraid.
nobody even wanted to talk about that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so much that that you know what happened to them.
Yeah.
You know, but
Mm-hmm.
no, yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place over on Martin Luther King Avenue.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Max Robinson building.
Okay.
Max Robinson is like the HIV building.
Mm-hmm.
So about a few years ago, I was curious. This when I found out about the prep. I went in there. Look, it's so funny because I walked. Man, I'm not thinking about. I'm so relentless on shit that I'm not thinking that somebody gonna be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
she walking. She. I'm not. My mind is not. It's like so cute. I was like, ah, babe. You're like,
Yeah.
what you doing?
They know you.
I was like, fuck you mean what I'm doing? I'm
Mm-hmm.
in. And it's like, oh, no. I'm coming to see Miss Sharon.
Yeah.
So it was a lady in the building named Miss Sharon. I went downstairs, a what you call it? Transgender.
Uh-huh.
And she's the one who told me she did an interview like 30 minutes just talking about prep and just saying how the young guys wanted to get her and look how she has had HIV now, bless her, for like 20 plus years and still here. So I'm like, there's a God. I mean, meaning you she said, I take this medicine, nothing.
Yeah.
She was like, they switched me out a few times because it did this, had me running, and you know. But now I'm straight. So I was like, well, if that's the case, what if you meet somebody and this is the kill to everything? What if you meet someone and you really like them and you fucked up off that? Not saying that it's a death sentence.
Yeah.
But if you tell them, they'd be like.
But that's the thing. As long as they're undetectable, it's untransmittable.
But what if a person just that half a day earlier was undetectable, and that night, goddamn, it switched on to?
It takes a lot of therapy for that to happen. So, like, if you go from being undetectable and you have a detectable viral load, it's going to take some substantial time and medication to get you back to being undetectable. Gotcha. So I always say the same thing because I had a phobia of dealing with guys who had HIV. Because in the back of my mind, and before I was educated on it, I'm like, nigga, you gonna spit on me and I might get it.
Right.
And learning now what that looks like, it's like your chances are extremely low. Like when you hear about these cases of HIV being transmitted, it's because these guys either don't know or they're not taking care of themselves. And they're out just recklessly doing whatever. But 9 out of 10 of the guys that I met, because unfortunately in this community, a lot of guys have HIV, and it's not a bad thing, but it's very common to interact with someone who does. And I've just learned how to, for one, understand that, accept that, educate myself on that, and then move beyond that. So to your point, if you found the love of your life and they were HIV positive, I think the biggest thing for me as I've dealt with those kind of guys is if you have HIV, I have HIV. Meaning I need to know when you go to the doctors, I need to know what your stats look like because your life and your health may affect mine.
That's serious.
And you can still have babies and all. Well, I mean, I can't, but we can try, but nothing's gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. But